came to the East Coast to escape incredible violence that was happening to them on the West Coast. And this is just one example in LA. One day, October 24th, 1871, 18 Chinese were killed in that one day. 15 of them were lynched. Altogether, they killed 10% of the Chinese population of LA that day. And therefore, it's no wonder that Phillies Chinatown started the same year that something like this happened. But this was not the only incident. This was happening all over the American West and in Canada. Chinatown started 150 years ago. Rough areas, 8th to 11th, and eventually a little bit past 11th. Vine, a little bit past Vine, to a little bit past Race going toward Arch. Okay, that was the boundaries in the beginning. The first incursion was when they built the Broad Street line spur, the Broad Ridge spur. You see the spur took all the land on a diagonal between 8th and 9th Street. This was the first taking of land in Chinatown. Then we go to the 70s, and that's when they decided to do this thing called urban renewal. Chinatown was considered blighted. They decided to build the expressway in a way that would have wiped out Chinatown. When they made that design, the design also took the Holy Redeemer Church and School, and that's when the community went, oh, hell no, like this is the only place where Chinese feel safe. You are not taking this building. But you see that our young people sitting up here on the rubble trying to block the bulldozers from advancing. They moved the exit ramps over in order to save Holy Redeemer Church, but we still lost. All the housing in that swath was lost. This is a time lapse that gives you a sense of what the Vine Street Expressway did to us. This here, this little street here, that's Vine Street, which is now that 6-lane highway. Then we got the 80s. We have the convention center. 200 people lost their homes as a result of the convention center. And then they also built the Commuter Rail Tunnel, which was a block that ran underneath the same block that the Broad Ridge Spur was on. And so they razed all the housing. This is the last house that was standing between 8th and 9th Street. They lasted as long as they could, but the city took everything by eminent domain. But the graffiti on the side says, our forefathers built the railroad. We didn't think it would come this far. So in the 1990s, they also proposed a federal prison. I'm telling you, Chinatown has had everything and the kitchen sink thrown into it. So the federal prison was going to go the north side of Vine Street, right next to Holy Redeemer. We fought that. We won. We kept them from coming in. And on that land now stands Hinghua Yun and Tsinghua Yun, which are affordable housing complexes built for people in the community. And that takes us to 2000. This is like the fight that many people remember, kind of a legendary fight against the Phillies wanting to put a baseball stadium here. Our elders are on the front lines, our children are on the front lines. To give you a sense of this multi-generational organizing, I just pulled a few of my family pictures. This over here, Chen Kai-jong, he's 73 at the time, and when we had our protest on June 10th, he insisted on speaking. He's 96. She goes, I have to speak. The young people need to see that we are still fighting for them. And over here is the casino fight, because we also had to fight off a casino in 2008. So this gives you a sense of that red line being sort of Chinatown, the Vine Street Expressway, the Commuter Rail Tunnel, Convention Center. You see that big, huge mass that took all that housing. Those were the things that got built. And then we have the proposed things, the federal prison. That gray is where the stadium would have been. Down here was the proposed Foxwoods casino. And then right next to it, that blue, that's the basketball arena that's being proposed right now. So Chinatown has this incredible history of trying to fight off development projects all designed to kill the community.